لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وبعد. And we're back today in the month of Ramadan in the year 1445 after the Hijrah of Al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And we are dealing with the 11th question asked to Sheikh Abu Ammar Muhammad ibn Abdullah ba Musa, as compiled in the book Mistakes and Concepts Surrounding Ramadan That Must Be Corrected. The question was asked, what is the ruling of the one who believes that it is permissible to break fast, meaning during the daytime of Ramadan, due to a need that he has, since he has a job which is strenuous? And are those people who have employment which is strenuous and tedious and straining, overburdening, do they enter under the generality of being held responsible for fasting in the daytime of Ramadan? Meaning, are they those who are given this taklif, this responsibility, since they have this the responsibility to fast, since they have this strenuous job? The Sheikh, he said, the answer is, and from Allah we seek help and to what is correct. He says the belief that it is permissible in the daytime of Ramadan due to a need that a person who has a strenuous job, an overburdening job, a tedious job, which is difficult, that he has the permissibility to break the fast. This is not correct, because this person does not fall under the meaning of being sick, nor under the meaning of being a traveler. Alhamdulillah, the jobs are many, and the ways to earn money are not limited to this type of profession, this difficult, overburdening profession, which is a reason for a person to lose a rukn, a pillar from the pillars of Islam. As for those companions who have difficult employment, difficult jobs in the daytime of Ramadan, do they fall under the generality of being held responsible of this taklif? And is it obligatory upon them to fast? Then the answer is yes. The people with these difficult jobs enter into the generality of taklif, being held responsible for the commandments and prohibitions in Islam, and they are not, or they do not fall under the meaning of being sick nor of being travelers, so that they would be excused from fasting. Rather, it is obligatory upon them to have the intention for fasting from the nighttime of Ramadan, and that they wake up fasting. However, if one works in one of these professions which is difficult and overburdening and it's going to harm him, then he should leave this profession. He should leave this job. If he fears upon himself that he will become sick or weakened during the daytime of Ramadan, or that some tremendous difficulty will meet him, then he should break his fast according to the need that he has. He should break his fast with what will push this difficulty and this hardship away. Only, not more than that. And then he should refrain from eating or drinking and sexual intercourse for the remainder of that day until the sun sets. And then he should break fast with the people, and he must make that day up. It has come in the book Al-Fatawa Al-Hindiyya, the statement, the professional who is in need of his provisions, if he knows that working in his trade will cause him some harm, then it's permissible for him to break his fast, but it is prohibited for him to break his fast until he becomes sick. So you say it's going to be difficult. When it gets so difficult that you're sick and you're now being harmed, then you can break your fast. And likewise, there has come from Al-Bahuti, rahimahullah, in the book Kashaf al-Qina'. The permanent committee under the leadership of Sheikh Ibn Baz, rahimahullah, was asked, what is the Islamic ruling of the workers who work in strenuous bodily work? What is the ruling of them? They have strenuous, hard, difficult manual labor. What's the Islamic ruling regarding them? Meaning for fasting. So the permanent committee answered with what is summarized here. He said, firstly, that it is obligatory upon him, meaning upon that worker, to harmonize between the two, meaning to harmonize between work and fasting until he is able to do both of them together. Secondly, if that is not possible for him, then he should take a vacation from his work during the month of Ramadan, even if that means he's not getting paid. Thirdly, if that's not possible, then the worker should look for other work that allows him to gather between the two matters, meaning fasting and work, so that the worldly aspect of the worldly life does not have an effect on his hereafter. And the types of work are many. The ways to earn money are many, and they are not limited to this type of work, which is difficult and overburdening. The Muslim will not be deprived from one of the angles or one of the ways of permissible earning that allows him to establish what Allah obligated upon him from the acts of worship. The Muslim is not deprived from this. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. And whoever fears Allah, He will make a way out for him. وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبْ. And He will provide for him from places he could never imagine. وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. And whoever relies or depends upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. إِنَّ اللَّهَ بَالِغُ أَمْرِهِ. Indeed, Allah will accomplish His affair. وَقَدْ جَعَلَ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدْرًا. And Allah has made a measure for everything. So whoever fears Allah, Allah will make a way out for him and provide from him from where he could never imagine. Allah will accomplish His matter, and He has placed a good measure in everything. So Allah will give the Muslim a way from the many ways to earn a permissible living while him being able to carry out the commands and prohibitions that Allah has placed upon him. Allah did not place upon him a command or a prohibition that he will die if he carries it out. Fourthly, and let's review real quick. Firstly, the worker should harmonize between the job and fasting. If that's not possible, then he should ask for a vacation, even if that means during Ramadan, even if that means without a salary. Thirdly, if that's not possible, then he should look for another work because Allah will provide that for him. Allah will make a way out for him. Fourthly, if that's not easy for him, all of the above, he cannot harmonize, he cannot take a vacation, he cannot find another work, and he is forced upon what is mentioned in this question above. He's forced to do this laborious work, this difficult work. Then he should fast until he feels the beginnings of difficulty. And then he should take from food or drink what will remove from him falling into the actual difficulty. And then he should refrain from for the rest of the day, and he must make up those days when it is easy for him to do so. That's the end of the summarization of the permanent committee speech. And Allah knows best what is correct, and to him is the return and the final resting place. And may the salat and the salam be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and upon his companions and his family.